Tristan Jutra is here to talk about this. First of all, did you buy any shares?
I did not. I'm waiting on the sidelines for now, and we'll see if it has a little dip and then scoops them up cheap.
Really?
But the shares have gone back down to about 38.15. We just checked a minute ago.
Okay.
So, and it started at 38.
Yeah, it went up to 42, down to 38.15
So
again.
if you did a quick buy and sell today, you could have made
4 million or so.
we were talking if you bought 1 million shares. Yeah. Well, at 38
pool our
bucks,
money.
you sold them at
You
42.
needed some big bucks to make that happen.
Yeah. Okay, so most people didn't do that.
Most people did not, but Bono got in early, which is interesting. There's so many sidebar stories here. Bono has a company, an investment group called Elevation Partners, and they invested a few $1 million in Facebook, about 90 million back, several years ago, and they stand to gain about 1.5 billion from this IPO.
Wow.
And we don't know exactly how much Bono, of the band U2, is going to personally benefit from this, but the smart money says he will now be the world's richest rock star.
Yeah.
Because of this, though, not because of his music.
Exactly. Some smart investing.
He's always made some good moves.
Yeah.
Well, it was the second biggest public offering in U.S. history. Visa in 2008 was the biggest. But
Indeed.
You heard her say in the story, the growth potential. Like sales have dropped off on Facebook in recent years. GM pulled out recently. They're not advertising anymore. So where does it go from here?
Yeah, they have a few challenges. It's funny because the news got announced on Mark Zuckerberg's actual Facebook page today.
Right?
Yeah, you can get him at facebook.com/Zuck, and he had Facebook going public today. So that a little bit of news there. But you're right, Jay. They have a challenge because they're so big. They have 901 million users right now.
Where do you go from there?
There's only 6 or 7 billion people in the world. China, you can't access Facebook in China. One interesting thing, though, is that, and this is a challenge to their revenue growth, is that more people are using Facebook on their mobile devices than they are on the actual website. So people don't want to see ads on their mobile devices nearly as much, and there's not as much room for ads on your mobile devices. So that presents a revenue challenge for Facebook and their growth curves. Everyone's recalculating and recalibrating. So, if you're waiting on the sidelines, in a few years, Facebook could be huge. In 2007, people were thinking that Facebook could very well be the Google of social networks.
Right.
And they have become that. It's just a question of how long they can stay there. Because MySpace was huge at one point. They had 700 or 800 million people signed up, but who's on MySpace nowadays aside from bands? And Justin Timberlake bailed them out to focus more on music.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? A friend of mine just sent out a message on Facebook, I'm leaving Facebook. And I didn't message back to find out why.
She's out? She's pulling up stakes?
Well, it's a guy. It's Tara's husband,
okay, yeah.
Steve, has decided not to be on Facebook anymore. He's headed to Twitter. Our floor director said to me yesterday, ew, Facebook. My parents are on Facebook.
2005.
And those people moved to Google+. That's true. If you don't want to have your parents stalking on Facebook, go to Google+.
Yeah.
All right.
So
you're going to wait and see.
platforms, that's the problem.
Exactly.
Right? There's just
It's
too
all
much
fragmented.
competition, so they might have peaked. We'll
Interesting
see.
days for Facebook.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's have a look at Tristan's contact information if you'd like to reach him. He's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to anything you need to know about social media and being online. So feel free to connect him, and he'll be happy to get back to you.